Yo, prove that I can flow. Kill this beat, I got it, bro. I'ma be that fighter in the dog pound. Fucking with that sound like I'm all in with those claws out. And I'm doing the beat like that saw's out. Busting up the wall now. Fucking all that talk down. When I go in, I go all out. Cause I was flowing in from that baller town. Yeah. I came up in a city where it's when he never thought I'd be a rapper that was spitting so sickly.
Yo, what up? It's Ollie B.
We walked down the street for what, like 30 minutes to an hour. Just so many people recognized you. And like so many people were so excited to see you. And so that's a pretty big influence and impact that you had. Like you go home and your place is very humble.
You mean very shitty?
I don't want to say that, but exactly.
So yeah, I've been sleeping on this couch ever since I've lived in Vegas. All of a sudden the water stopped working, so my online life has completely changed. It's done a 180. But my real life hasn't changed that much at all yet. Here's my Soylent, by the way. You can just eat just this. Time saver. When you take away the internet, just what am I experiencing day to day? It's more or less the same. I mean, you guys coming here is a huge change. But yeah, you know, to be honest, it's a little bit less than what I would have expected. I would have expected to have more substantial, significant real life changes since the video. Luckily, Las Vegas is really cheap, and I have enough money to be full-time right now. But like, you know, barely, but at least I'm full-time, which is, you know, I'm thankful for that for sure. I've been teaching music lessons ever since out of college, even before I moved to Vegas. That's like been the one consistent thing. But I was selling like skin cream, basically. That was the main product. And then after that, I did student loan forgiveness sales, so like over the phone sales.
I'm kind of interested in Uber. Can you tell me a little bit about Uber?
I just remember the main reason I did Uber and Lyft was because I wanted to be able to work as much as I could. I was always starving for more work, starving for more students. So Uber was like the opportunity to be able to work as much as I wanted, to make as much as I wanted potentially. And I had to go through a lot to be able to drive for Uber. Buy like a used car and deal with all that and sell my car. And it was just a lot to deal with. But it ended up being worth it though, because of the video. My very first video is me doing Knock You Down by Kanye West and Carrie Hilson and Neo as a one-man band. And I just came up with that concept. I thought to myself, what are all the talents that I have? Okay, I play guitar, I play piano, I play drums, I can sing and I can rap. So I thought, how can I do all of that at once? And it literally took like a super long time to like practice for that song. And basically it was like 5 months of practicing, and I thought it would go viral for sure. At that time at least, I thought there was no one else on YouTube playing that many instruments at once, doing that many things, and you know, doing what I thought was a good job. So I did the video finally, and it got like 1,000 views or something, and like I was messaging it to everyone, I was like spamming people, and it just like didn't go anywhere. So it was like, wow, I thought that video was my ticket. And then basically after that, it was just like every video I thought was gonna be the one, and it wasn't. Good job, that was a great video, woohoo, 3,000 views. And like, you know, it was so much work that went into it. Did have minor success though. For instance, the Drop It Like It's Hot cover video in the shower got posted on Reddit.
In the crib, ma, drop it like it's hot.
It shot up to like 14,000 views in like a day, which was like huge for me. I didn't go to sleep that night because I was just glued to my computer. I haven't done this in a long time, but yeah, sorry, I can't get in the zone for that right now. I went through lots of struggles, that's for sure. I remember one time I had like $5 and I had to decide like to fill up my gas tank or fill up my fridge. I remember how much it sucked going to the cheapest grocery store and having to buy like the cheapest food at the cheapest grocery store, like terrible quality food, terrible for your brain, and it was all I could afford. And the hardest thing was just being a one-man show. Like everything was just me, and it definitely gets very lonely. It's like the ultimate test. It's like you have to believe in yourself, and you can only go off of yourself at the end of the day. Before I came up with the idea for the Pokemon video, I was really depressed But then I just sort of downloaded this app called Loopy HD and started playing around with it. And somehow, some way, the ideas just started flowing. And then it started to like snap me in the zone, snap me out of my depression. And I started getting the idea for the Pokemon Go. I was so happy while I was making it, and like I just like put in the extra effort to put all the bells and whistles. And I felt so good making it. I worked so hard. And it just, you know, I felt like I had been saved, because I was so depressed, and I felt like when I made that song, it like lifted me up, and I thought everything was gonna be okay after that, because that video I worked incredibly hard on. Like I stayed up like 1 or 2 nights in a row, and I did all of the fancy animations. iMovie isn't meant to do like that advanced of animation, so I had to like hack iMovie and like do like 1 layer of animations and bounce the whole video out and like re-import it. And I thought that was gonna be the video, and then, you know, it wasn't. So I think the only time that I've ever been so depressed that I didn't like get out of bed or like leave my apartment was like that moment. Was like after, I think it was like after that Pokemon Go video. I just didn't get out of bed for like a whole day. And yeah. After that, I was like, okay, fuck it. New strategy. Instead of like putting my all into a video, I'm gonna try to make just like a really fast video. Just like make like a whole song and music video in 1 day, and just like write it really fast, record it really fast. A new music video like every day, or like every like 3 days. It's something I've never done before. I usually take really long on songs. Quantity, just release, write songs fast. And it was just a very natural thing, just flowing, just whatever comes out is natural. So then the next video that I was gonna follow up with the Trump Tower Climber song, I started making something, and it was very dark sounding, kind of like influenced by Tool and like Rage Against the Machine, but like really dark. And the first thing that came to mind was like, fuck it, fuck society, fuck it, fuck society. And it was like very dark. And I was excited because I was still pissed off about everything. So I was excited to vent. And when I started working on the song, I got some good ideas down, and I was like, oh wait, I can't do this song. I was like, my music students, they know about my YouTube channel, so if the students see this video, their parents might not have me be their teacher anymore, which means that I can't pay my bills. That was like literally like the worst feeling. Like I was literally unable to express myself in that moment. And that was just crushing. That was absolutely crushing. Being a struggling artist is no joke. I mean, it's just crazy how like your artistic expression is like directly tied to like your ability to feed yourself. Like it's insane. So I haven't released that song. I've decided that I am going to do that song still, because now it doesn't matter anymore. Like I can do whatever I want now. But at that time, it was the worst. It was the worst feeling that I had. And when the Uber driver video came, I thought it was going to be my biggest video, and I originally posted it on YouTube, and it only got like 2,000 views, even though like all my friends and family were raving about it. And then basically a couple days after that, my friend told me that I should need to post it on Facebook and embed it into the Facebook video, and basically have like a meme, you know, do this, do that. And the way I posted it there, it just blew up on its own, and like it surpassed like anyone's expectations. Like that video got really big. There's definitely going to be some songs that are coming out that are going to be, I think it's going to surprise some people, because, you know, it's just going to be very angry music, because there is that side of me, and I want to be able to be free to express that. So yeah, that's basically it.
I like to rap in my spare time.
That was fucking insane.
Hey guys, thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you get an idea of what it was like for me before I had like any subscribers, and I was just, you know, cranking out these videos on my own. I am super thankful for the position that I'm in today, because now I actually have people that are sort of helping me along on this journey. So I wanted to talk about the Uber videos. So basically, that video and that character is always going to be a part of me, and I'm going to continue to release those videos. But really, that video was like an idea, and thank God it blew up, but it's not really like who I am, if that makes sense. But it's definitely a part of me, just because, you know, of everything that's happened. So I'm going to continue to do these videos, but I'm also going to be doing other types of videos, okay? Really only like a small fraction of my artistic expression has actually been reflected on my YouTube channel so far. So, you know, there's other sides of me, like there's other emotions I've experienced that I can, you know, let through in my music, like, you know, extreme anger, deep sadness, gratitude, you know, pure joy, things like that. You know, this has always been a part of who I am and a part of my music. It just hasn't been shown on the YouTube channel yet. So I'm super excited for the future in terms of that. So I wanted to give a thank you to my patrons on the website Patreon. Basically, it's like a website where you can do monthly donations and get extra perks. It's just, I've literally been able to be a full-time musician, and it's because of you guys, because of my patrons. Like, being a full-time musician, it really means everything to me. So there's going to be a link to that. And lastly, I wanted to give a special thank you to Gene Nagata and his crew, because they were the ones that actually put this video together. All I did was just star in it, right? So there's going to be a link to his channel, Potato Jet, down there. I think that's about it. I've never been more excited for the future. This is literally the best time in my entire life. So let's do it.